Ladies and gentlemen, where are you? Where are you? And I don't mean like where's your location. I mean like where are you living at? Are you like trapped in the glory days of, oh man, I used to have it? Or are you trapped in the traumas of, man, I remember when that really happened to me and it really messed me up? Or are you giving yourself anxiety about stuff that hasn't even happened yet and typically never does? Where are you living mentally? Because wherever you're living at mentally, whether it's trapped in the past, whether it's anxiety about the future, let me tell you, that's where your life is. It's what you're living out in your mind. Whatever reality you're in, if your reality is the past, guess what your life is? It's a remembrance of the past. It's constantly remembering everything that didn't work. If you're trapped in the past, where are you? Where are you? Because that is the deciding factor of where you live your life. Are you living your life out of the glory and the beauty of what you could have? That's a beautiful space to be in. What if you stayed right there for a little bit? What if you stayed right there in the moment of possibility? What if you just stayed there just long enough to start believing that life could be better? What if you stayed there just a little bit, just long enough to see results? Where are you living mentally? Not physically. Because wherever you're living, that's what your reality is. Are you living out of anxiousness about stuff that hasn't even happened and typically never does, right? The mind has this a great ability as humans. It's like the theater, our minds, right? We can create, as I was meditating before I did this podcast, we can create any type of reality we want in our mind. And it's your job to live out a reality in which you want. It's your mind and it's your life. But the catch, the trick is your mind playing tricks on you and making you believe that right now in 2023, that it's 1995, that it's 1990, that it's 1983, and that trauma happened all over again? Are you stuck there? Are you living there? Are you living at all of the things that didn't work? Are you still there? Are you still living out of that reality? Or are you living out of a reality that says, you know what? I know things didn't work out, but oh my God, what if? Are you living in a reality of what if the possibility remains? What if it does work? What if I am greater than I think? What if this possibility does work out? What if my kid does get accepted to this school? What if I do get the job? What if I do get married? What if I do have a child? Are you living there? Where are you living mentally? Come on now. We're doing a welfare check today. This is a podcast welfare check. Where in the hell are you living? Where are you living mentally? Because wherever you're living, let me tell you, that's what's coming up for you every day. So if you want to know why your life is a certain way, now you get the chance right now in this podcast to sit down and say, how am I operating? What am I living on right now? Am I living out of the past? Am I living out of possibility of the future? Or my favorite, what in the hell is wrong with right now? What's wrong with right now? Like the present moment, the power of right now. What's wrong with it? There's nothing wrong with this. Here's what I mean by there's nothing wrong with that. Let me take a sip here. There's nothing wrong with this present moment until one brings in the movement of the past. If I just sit here and talk to you right now, and I don't think about anything that's traumatically or amazingly happened out of my past, guess what? I'm present with you right now. How often are you just where you are right now in the present moment, where nobody's hurting you, right now. And if somebody is hurting you right now, obviously you should, get out of there. But I mean, at this very exact moment, nothing's happening. And if you could just stay right there, moment after moment after moment, 24 hours, you have 24 hours out of a day where wherever you are, I'm sure you can find a moment of sanity, a moment of peace to where you see nothing's happening to you. The power of right now. Where are you living? Because if you're trapped in the past, do you understand how every single moment to you seems ridiculous? The present moment seems silly. You know why? If you're trapped in the past, you're constantly comparing. Ooh, this is so good. If you're constantly comparing the past to the present moment, nothing makes you happy. Because you remember everything that didn't work. And you're constantly saying, well, if I try that, I remember what happened last time. Well, if I go there, I remember what happened last time. If I date her or if I date him, I remember what happened last time. So your past keeps you trapped from even enjoying right now. I'm going to say that again for you note takers. This is a beautiful moment to start taking notes, right? And also, while I think about this, make sure you like, follow, share, subscribe the podcast. As I was saying, what's important for you, right, is for you to realize the power of this present moment. The power, because you can create right now whatever you want in this present moment. The power of right now. And there's nothing greater than this moment. There's nothing greater than the power of right now. And I'm going to say it again because for you note takers, the past will rob you of the present. The past will rob you of the present moment. The past is sitting there waiting to take right now from you. Your past is on your shoulder telling you everything that didn't work out. It's waiting for you to try something new. Woo. Your past is waiting for you to, it's there waiting. See it. Don't take my word for it. Go try something new and see if you don't talk yourself out of it. Go look at it for yourself. Don't take my word for it. You go look at it. You go look at the movement of your own life and see how the past has a grip or a hold on how you see the present moment. The past strips away right now. It just sucks the life out of it. You have the power to push that away, but it comes with practice. Meditation, mindfulness, getting a coach to walk you through that process, like myself, obviously, right? I was listening to Novak Djokovic the other day, and he was number one tennis player in the world. And so Novak was talking about what are some things off the court that has really helped him. And he mentioned meditation, mindfulness, and I have a couple of life coaches. Now, Novak Djokovic plays tennis. What does he need a life coach for? Because just like Novak Djokovic, who's a regular person outside the tennis court, who in the hell is helping you? Are you even realizing listen, where are you living? Did you have a coach in your past? Maybe that's why certain things aren't working out, right? It's time to shift how you're living, how you see things, so you can have a completely different access to the world. This is why I started this podcast. This is why I actually started life coaching. I've been teaching professional elites for the last 12 years, professional tennis. And I'm teaching, here's my clients, CEOs, CFOs of big, large corporations all over America, right? Here's one thing that I notice. They want to be coached. They want to know how to be better. They want to improve. People who are successful want to improve. Where are you living? Are you living out of the past? Because the past doesn't think that improvement is necessary. The past doesn't think improvement is necessary. I'm fine just the way I am. Are you? Anything that doesn't have, what is the opposite of direction? Because if you're fine just the way you are, it doesn't sound like that's a direction. Neutral isn't a direction, it's a position. Being neutral in your life, about how you're approaching your life, being casual. It's time to stop that. Stop being playful and casual with your life. This is it, as far as we know, right? Come on. Where are you living at? Mentally, where are you? Come on. Snap out of it. That's what this podcast is exactly about, that. Snapping you the hell out of whatever it is that you got going on. Because we're going to go in. This is not a surface level conversation. Too many people have surface. I don't care about surface level conversations. That's not where I live. If you want to know what maybe the problem is too, is that the associations don't allow you to level up. Where you're living, who you're hanging around. If they don't inspire you to level you up and slightly make you uncomfortable because you're like, wait a minute. My friends push me. Just being around them motivates me. It motivates me not to be on BS because they're not. And you know what's comfortable for people? Not being around people that are motivated. When you're not motivated, you typically hang around people that aren't motivated. Do you think that helps you? No. Is it easier to hang around people that aren't motivated when you're not motivated? Oh, hell yeah. It's easy to sit around and talk about all the stuff that didn't work and how life sucks and everyone has a pity party and it's all celebratory and yeah, man, yeah. And I'm like, that's one story. Life does get better. Where are you living? Because if you're around people that keep telling you that same story about how stuff doesn't work, how life sucks, guess where you're living mentally and emotionally? Right there. One cannot grow greater than how you feel. One cannot grow greater than how you feel. And how you feel is based on how you think. If I can't grow greater than I feel, and how I feel is based on what I think, then where I'm living mentally is really important. Really important. Because how I think affects how I feel. How I feel affects what I do. I'm going to say that again. Where am I living mentally? How I think affects how I feel. Where am I living? How I think affects how I feel. Okay, got it. Okay. How I feel affects what I physically do in the world. Yes. How I feel affects what I do. How I feel affects what I do. How do I change how I feel? What am I thinking? Well, how do I change what I'm thinking? What goes in? You have to be the steward, the guardsman of your mind. The battlefield is in the mind. Where are you living? And if it's cluttered and you need help, sorting out the mess of your mind, 30, 40, 50 years of mess in your mind, and you think you can figure it all out by yourself? That's why it's heavy. Whew. Getting a little emotional here. We are not built to fight alone. I'm here. You need a coach? You need help? You need help sorting out all this mess in your mind? I'm here. How can I help? How can I help? I know it's a mess. How can I help? I know it's a lot. How can I help? I am my brother's keeper. How can I help? But don't just sit there and weep. Don't just sit there in misery. How can I help? Yeah. Like, share, follow. Where are you living at? Mentally, emotionally, spiritually, because that is the deciding factor of your physical location. Namaste to you all, and until next time, I'll see you guys soon.